I've lived a life of a typical techie, working abroad, earning money, drinking good wine every day, traveling the world. At some point, you realize that that isn't really what's making you happy. If you keep identifying what level of happiness you're seeking from your work, from your life, then you start moving towards purpose. And that's where the real happiness really lies. Hi, I'm Apurva. I'm the founder of Nasties, which is India's first 100% organic and fair trade fashion brand. And it was sometime in 2007, I think, in New York, when I came across an article about farmer suicides in India in cotton farming. It's the highest number of suicides in human history, one every half an hour, and it's really shocking. The problem is on the ground. There's not sustainable farming practices. Farming has changed from natural cotton seeds to genetically modified seeds, expensive synthetic fertilizers and pesticides. It's become a high-risk, high-reward game. And the farmers are the ones who are really paying for the cost of it. The fair trade model was created to make sure that farmers get the right deal. They get the right prices for the products which they make. And in addition, if the consumers can support changing their lifestyle. So we pay about 15 to 20% extra on top of the cotton price. And that money goes directly to the farmers. They decide what they want to do with it. And that changes not just the individual farmers' lives, but the community itself. It encourages more farmers to join the fair trade movement as well. It took me about 4 or 5 years of introspection and just trying to get to terms with the fact that what I have to change is not the outside but the inside. And finally I realized the biggest challenge was just that I had to overcome my own fears, my own vision of what my life would be and what my career is. And to leave all of that and start something which I know nothing about. Didn't know how to run a business in India, didn't know anything about fashion. So Nasties was started in 2011. We started as a t-shirt brand. We did that for a few years. The first couple of years, the response was great, the media coverage was great. We suffered a lot with our supply chain partners. Because we were such a small brand and they were focused on exports, we wouldn't get our supplies. But that was a huge risk. I'd like to think of it as a mistake which we made, which the farmers make as well, but where we took a high risk, high reward. We lost our clients who were willing to buy those t-shirts. We were going to launch a clothing line for a big Bollywood brand, but it just fell through because of quality issues and because of delays. We were at the point where we were completely run out of money. So we had to let the team go. We had to put a lot of money, personal money back into the brand to continue. Personally, it was a huge challenge. After that big loss, we had to take a step back. We sold our house in Mumbai and then actually moved here, put a lot of that money into starting the business up again. At the same time, my wife, Shweta, who's our fashion designer as well, she came on board. And she's really converted us from a t-shirt brand to a fashion brand. One of the things moving to Goa has allowed us to do is to really establish our roots as well. We were selling in many stores around the country, around the world actually. We've always had a dream of having our own Nasties store, supplemented by other brands which are doing ethical, sustainable work as well. Work in collaboration. I think if I had to give a message to anyone, I would say identify where your real happiness comes from and realize you don't have much time. You live one life. Start doing it. We don't have aspirations to become a multi-million-dollar brand. We don't make close to as much money as we did in New York, but we're so much happier. Thinking of a quote from Mahatma Gandhi, he said, happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. And that's what I'm trying to do.